Hello and welcome to the second week of the Learner Experience Research MOOC. I'm Rhona Sharpe, one of the tutors on this course, and I'm the head of the Oxford Centre for Staff and Learning Development at Oxford Brookes University. I've been involved in learner experience research for more than 10 years, and I'm one of the founding members of LESIG. I'm particularly interested in the methods used in learner experience research, so I'm delighted to be leading this week's activities. This week is called Methods to Use in the Field of Learner Experience Research. And during this week, we'll encourage you to think about the research design, data gathering, practical and ethical issues related to learner experience research, with lots of opportunities to hear from researchers in this field. By the end of the week, we hope that you will have clarified your own thinking about some learner experience research that you might like to conduct yourself. And we'll ask you at the end of the week to see if you can articulate your own plans for learner experience research in a short title, research question, title of a project that you might like to share with others. We've devised a whole series of activities to guide you through this week. And the first one is to discuss a reading about participatory evaluation with its author, Lorraine Symes-Smith. After this, we'll move on to looking at some of the methods themselves. We've created a table of learner experience research methods. As you can see here, it's a Google Doc and there are lots of gaps in it. And our task this week is going to be to work together to crowdsource a table of what we know about learner experience research methods. In the middle of the week, we're going to have a live webinar where you have the opportunity to join researchers as they present some of the practicalities and ethical considerations of learner experience research that they themselves have encountered. There are three themes underpinning this week's activities, and I just want to run through these briefly. The first aim in learner experience research is gaining sustained engagement with research participants. The types of methods that we use can and should facilitate multiple engagements with participants over extended periods of time, allowing us as researchers to obtain a more complex picture of the dynamic behaviours, perceptions and beliefs than is possible with a single data collection method like a survey or an interview. You'll see that technology has been used in imaginative ways to engage learners in data gathering over sustained periods of time, such as through email interviewing and audio-video logs. We'll investigate some of these methods as we fill in the gaps in our table and have the opportunity to hear from researchers such as Amanda Jeffries about her use of video diaries. The second defining characteristic of learner experience research is trustworthiness. We hope that learner experience research is used to improve the research validity or trustworthiness of what we know about how learners use technologies to support their studies. This includes the notion of triangulation, that is, using a variety of different data types and sources and comparing these for consistency, confirming and cross-checking accounts and observations as we go. This is a cornerstone of naturalistic research and an important way of increasing the trustworthiness of a single data, such as interview data. There are different ways of achieving trustworthiness, and you'll have the opportunity to ask some researchers about how they do these. Member checks, debriefing by peers, prolonged engagement, persistent observation, the use of reflexive journals and independent audit are all ways that we do this. But a fundamental principle is that our experience is holistic. In order to understand how learners experience learning in our technology-rich age, we must ask the participants themselves to define what is talked about. We must go in without preconceptions and ask about the role of technology in all aspects of life. So finally, we'll talk this week about participatory, inclusive evaluation research as an appropriate standpoint for conducting human research in a digital age. In participatory approaches, learners are involved at all stages of the research. You'll see there's a challenge here. The challenge for trustworthiness is not to overinterpret the learner's voice while balancing that with answering the research questions we have in mind. Participatory approaches allow us to check back with our research participants that the data collected are accurate, that we have consent to use them, and to check our understanding and interpretation of the data. So taken together, you can see that these three characteristics lead us to a naturalistic research approach using mixed methods. And this week, we hope to demonstrate to you the benefits of adopting such approach and prepare you to some extent for doing a small-scale piece of research yourself. So let's get started.